All right. Welcome. I'm Tim Mills. I'm your instructor for Linguistics in Action, the Linguistics 102 Section B1. I'm pretty informal, so I'm happy for you to call me Tim, Dr. Mills, Professor Mills, whatever you're most comfortable with. My default is to address students by their given name, if I can identify that, but I'm happy to use any other form of address that you prefer. Just let me know. Uh, I rarely refer to students in third person. Usually it's you or whatever name you go by, but when I do, my default is the generic third person they, which these days works for singular or plural in English. If you have a preference for another pronoun, such as she or he, let me know. When we're on Zoom, you can adjust your screen name to incorporate that. In person, you can verbally identify or use a name tag, whatever you like. I tend to go by he, but I'm happy with they because, like I said, it's a pretty common third person singular pronoun these days. Um, I should warn you, none of these conventions around pronouns are uh, completely ingrained habits with me. So if I misgender you, I do apologize. I hope that you can feel comfortable enough to mention it, and I promise to do my best to learn and improve on that. In the remainder of this video, I'm going to present first the default structure for the course, and then I'm going to note some of the changes that will happen while we're online on the first bit of this semester. So in terms of the overall structure, this is a course where you're going to be learning on your own. You're going to be learning from readings in the textbook, from brief lecture videos, and from any other resources that get posted. The class time, that's our Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 o'clock to 10:50 time, is for reviewing, for discussing, for asking questions, that kind of thing. We also have a discussion forum on eClass that you can use. That's visible, available to everyone in the class, me, any TAs, and all of your classmates. You can email me with comments, questions, stuff like that. And we can do office hours, and those will be by appointment this semester. There are, in terms of assessments, there are 4 online open book quizzes, each one worth 16% and covering 2 of the 9 modules of the course. So that's a total of 64%. These quizzes are on eClass, and they'll be available on Tuesdays all day. Once you start one, you have a 60-minute window to finish it. Okay. There's a final exam. This is also open book. It's worth 30% of your final grade. 10%, that's 1/3 of the final exam, is a quiz format. That covers the 9th module plus some general stuff, sort of overview stuff of the course. And 20%, that's 2/3 of the final exam, is going to be a written portion. If we're back in person by then this will be an in-person exam. If you require accommodations, please arrange them as soon as possible with the accommodations office and communicate them to me once they're approved. And because they may apply to quizzes as well, it's best to get that done as soon as possible. If you can get it done before the first quiz and there's a time accommodation, that applies to all the quizzes, right? Then the final 6%, right, so that's 64% for the quizzes, 30% for the final exam. The final 6% is for participation in experiments. We'll hear from the folks who run the experiment system probably in the first class on exactly how that works. I don't run the experiments, I just get told at the end of the term how many credits each student got towards that, and then I work that into the grade sheet. Because of the learn on your own, review together kind of structure, attendance at the actual classes is entirely up to you. I try to make it worthwhile. Assessment is largely based on applying the knowledge from the textbook and the lectures to problems, and you can see practice quizzes and past final exam for examples. So our class sessions will be a great opportunity to practice applying that knowledge and integrating the different concepts. But like I say, attendance is entirely up to you. I will be assuming some knowledge from Linguistics 101 from time to time. If you need to brush up on it, I have included some core materials from my 101 class on eClass. for your review. And of course, the first 6 chapters of the textbook cover that material as well. While we're online, basically the class is going to run the same, except that we'll meet by Zoom instead of on campus. Same times, and I will post the Zoom link excuse me, to eClass for your convenience. Zoom sessions will not be recorded. In general, whether we're online or not, I will share a message after each class noting what we talked about, any clarifications I made about course material, grading, that kind of thing, and any external resources that were discussed or illustrated that may help with integrating the material. Okay. You will be able to access TA help during the course, and details on that should be available in the first week or two. If you have questions for me before the class, during the class, after the class, email is generally the best way to get in touch. That's timills@ualberta.ca. The eClass site will be up by the 1st of January. And like I said, it'll have a discussion space so you can communicate with me and your classmates and TAs if you want to do that. So that's basically it for the course. That's a very brief overview. I encourage you to look at the syllabus, which will be on eClass. Look at the syllabus for finer details about that. And yeah, the syllabus is currently in draft format. It needs to be approved by the department, but it's basically in its final structure. I generally only get minor tweaks, if any, from them. Syllabus, I'll have eClass. I said it'll be up by January 1st. I'll try to get it out when this video comes out, although it won't be completely full yet. There'll still be some content missing or that needs to be adjusted along the way, but I want to get you as much as possible the opportunity to prepare yourselves for what's coming. Yeah, that's it. I hope you are all having a great break, and I look forward to meeting you in that first week of January.